Hello guys and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we are doing an updated tour of Holby City. This is the city I've been working on building for a couple of since 2022, but the first video that we did, which was me explaining the history of the city, you can find down in the video area of my channel. So I'll basically gloss over bits of the history in this video, but nothing major. So we're here inside of the Stargate. This is where we have our power source for the city. This powers the entire city's area. And so if I show you the map, this is basically the map as it is entirely. So we are currently standing within the mountain itself. So that little white arrow that's just moving around now is mine, and that's standing right inside of the harbour. Oh, sorry, right inside of the mountain. Here we have what will be control. This will be like the control areas. This will be the new spawning area once it's fully done and furnished. And then I'll cut away these blocks and put a massive amount of glass so you can see the Stargate and everything. If we come out of here, look, you then, if you remember from the last video, you saw that this was a barren green wasteland. Well, it isn't anymore. This is basically where the space port is. So you've got all of these buildings. So you'll have fire control, the firing room, so to launch the shuttles, a couple of other buildings, the VA building, a couple of other buildings, and then you'll have your space shuttle areas. So here we have the Space Shuttle Enterprise. Was used by the Americans as a gliding test shuttle in their space shuttle program. But never actually went into space. But R1 does go into space. It will fire off its liquid nitrogen and liquid oxygen fuel, and it will go. On the other one, on the other hand, will be potentially a annoying rain. Why do you have right? And sort that out. Will probably be the Freedom or the Independent Space Shuttle from the film Armageddon. So if you haven't heard of Armageddon, Armageddon is the film with Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, Liv Tyler, Steve Buscemi, and everything, and they've got 18 days to stop a Earth-killing asteroid from hitting basically the Earth and destroying the entirety of the planet. So they launched two shuttles. They launched the Freedom and the Independence from Cape Kennedy in Florida. And so yeah, if we keep heading towards the road, we've got the mount, what will be another little mountain with HMS Victory on it, one of the prides of the Holby Navy as well. And then you've got the main motorway, which will have traffic and cars and God knows what else. Here you have some more roads. This will probably be like bungalows, housing estate, and then you've got the sea. You'll have then the sea right there. And then you come to the other mountain. So this is the mountain where the HMS Mary Rose will sit. Basically, HMS Mary Rose was a large Carrack warship based out of Holby, and it was used primarily for the war in the Battle of 1547, and was lost and then raised in 1982 and put on this plinth, and is treated by special preservative wood to keep it fresh and in tip-top condition. Here, right next to this road, I don't know why I decided to put it next to a road. I have no clue. I have a brain the size of a sieve. Is our Trafalgar class nuclear ballistic missile submarine berth. So she'll sit in here between the blocks, making sure it stays here. We then have a couple of scimitar and offshore patrol vessels, and a couple of like survey vessels. So you have HMS Sword, HMS Scimitar, HMS Echo. We'll get to the others in a minute. Here we have the cargo yard for the big massive cargo ship that's bringing all the containers in. This is a very simple build. Anybody new to Minecraft and building cities, you guys could easily do this. It's basically a couple of pistons, a couple of hoppers, and then whatever grey water. If you haven't got hoppers, then because you're in the default texture pack, use grey wool, same as stone. If you haven't got that ability because of the default texture pack, use like wood or something, and then you put all your coloured blocks onto each of these pallets, and this will then become your cargo truck. Here you have KHM, the King's Harbour Master Office, so this will basically command and control all the traffic within the harbour itself. Here we have one of the gantry cranes, so this is a gantry crane system. Pulling in there at the minute is some yellow boxes full of Lego. Lego is, I think this is coming from Billund in Denmark, so this is coming an awfully long way, and this will then go and be distributed around my city and restock up the shelves of the Lego store and the one in the shopping mall and the main one. Here we have the pride, the cream of the crop for Holby Medical Service. This is HMHS Britannic. She is basically a medical ship that was used in the First World War and then was sadly sunk by a German mine off the Kia Channel. You then have the ocean liner. So the bow for the ocean liner is based off of the Titanic and the Olympic. The yellow and white bits of the bow and a bit of the stern are based off of the RMS Aquitania, which was a Cunard ship. The bow section, of course, from Titanic and Olympic being from the White Star Line company. You then have the 3-funnel system, which is based off of the Queen Mary, which is another Cunard ship. And then you have the back black section here, which is based off of the Mauritania, another Cunard ship. And then down below, under the waterline, you have these screws. These screws are designed originally by Jack Thunder on YouTube. He is a very good builder. He builds large-scale aircraft carriers, large-scale destroyers, frigates. He's even built a Titanic tutorial, everything, so go and check him out. I know he will probably want a lot of people watching his videos, so that he can make amazing more content for his channel. But then the back of this is based off of the Lusitania, so that's why it's only got 2 screws and not the normal 3 for the White Star Company. Here we have the destroyer. So in the previous video you saw, it was probably about here. It was still underwater and everything, and I had to dive to find it. But since then, it's now got a bit bigger, and it's now looking like a Hunt-class destroyer from World War II. This is the only World War II destroyer we'll ever have in the fleet, because most of the other ones are modern and high-tech, it's not even a word, high-tech ships. Here we have the stand down class minesweeper. So this will basically hunt for mines, destroy them, and be part of a task group. Here is the cream of the crop, the gem of the Holby Navy. This is HMAS Hammersley, which is based off of from the show Sea Patrol, which is an Australian TV show back in can't remember when they first aired the first episode, but it's based off of that. They start with, in the first season, they start with a Fremantle class patrol boat, and then from seasons 2 to 5 they have the Armadale class patrol boat. Then we have the other little ships. So we have HMS Archer, a little rib that will serve the Royal Yacht, which we'll get to momentarily. HMS Sword, HMS Scimitar, HMS Sword. And then this is another ship, and then you have HMS Enterprise, which is our research and patrolling vessel. You then have the Flower Corvette that will sit here. It's not yet been built, same as the Astute class submarine. They both haven't been built yet, but they're going to go into here and they'll provide backup for the Navy and Hammersley, a minesweeper, the destroyer, and potentially either the astute or the Trafalgar class will basically form up into a task group. Whenever this goes out, this is the massive royal yacht, the Royal Yacht Enterprise. So there's probably about there's two Enterprises at the minute. So you've got Enterprise, that one. You then have this one, which is the big, massive. So HMY Enterprise. So His Majesty's Royal Yacht Enterprise. So this is the first time it's ever been named. So this is its commissioning ceremony. So basically now her name will be HMY Enterprise. HMY Enterprise has a 5-inch naval gun at the front. So this will take out any contact that threatens the ship. Same as the missile launchers behind. These will take out any air or contacts at all. It will not be able to take out any subsurface contacts. That is a job for the torpedoes. So when this hits this bit of wall, or concrete as I call it, as soon as it gets to this bit of deep, these slide and they have a threat. CIC in the control room can slide these blocks into the building, which opens this whole area up, because these on this side, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block section is, if I just reset that, is a torpedo launcher. So this launches the forward-facing torpedoes. So this will help sink a ship. Here we have a Wildcat helicopter. This is going to be used for patrolling, providing air cover to for anything coming in from the mainland. Basically scouting around, finding out things and stuff. Then we have the officer decks. There is approximately 33 officers and 67 enlisted people. Officers are going from basically the captain of the ship, which has a nice officer cabin up at the top, all the way down to the helicopter pilots from the Merlins and the Wildcats. You've got, and the 67 enlisted all go from basically the helm, which is the person driving the ship, all the secondary helmsman, because there's 2 helmsmen, all the way down to able ratings. So these able ratings basically work on the guns, they work everywhere and stuff. Here we have a Typhoon gun. This is based off of the tutorial I did for HMAS Hammersley. And so yeah, then we have the top bridge, and then here we have a Vulcan phalanx gun. So these phalanx guns fire about 300 to 350 rounds per minute, basically to destroy any air or sea contacts, basically little small craft, missiles and aircraft. It will blow it up. This one unfortunately will only fire at air contacts, because if it fires at sea contacts, it's likely to hit the lower deck. And then you have the sideward facing phalanx guns. So these will fire at air and air contacts and sea contacts, because they can bend, pivot downwards and shoot. Here we have the bit that the captain can stand on when he's relaxing and watching everything. And then here we have the helicopter pad. So this is the first Merlin. This is a Merlin that is not an anti-submarine warfare one. So this will just carry people from the mainland to the ship and back. Here we have the other Merlin. This is our anti-submarine warfare one. This is why it's got these torpedo lockers on, so that you can lock the torpedoes on and drop torpedoes, depth charges, the lot. Here we have the royal apartments, and then you have some more there. It's more royal apartments, and then you get onto the crew accommodation and everything, and where the ribs are stored. Because of this being a Royal Navy class, a royal yacht, she is a commissioned Royal Navy or Royal Holby fleet ship. So she flies the White Ensign. So that's why she's flying the White Ensign at the minute at the back of her ship. If we keep going over to here we've got some more housings and stuff. These are going to be just like normal houses and everything. And then you have where the passenger terminal is and stuff. Here I have been working on, at the minute, a secondary goods yard. This will be a goods yard to serve the harbour and other areas where they can sort and load ship lorries up easily using the reach cranes and everything. So that's what's being cut at the minute. Here we have the hospital. So this is a massive structure that's so big, in fact, it takes up quite a bit of room. You then have behind that is the Holby mansion and the school. As I won't give you too much detail in those ones. I have explained it a bit better in the other one. In the previous video, you probably didn't see, you saw it like lined along here. Well, I changed it, and I might change it again somewhen to have not from no parking ambulances to ambulance bay, so that it's basically tells the civilians, do not park in here unless you want to get told off. We've still got the police station. I think there's about, and the fire station. I changed the barriers from where it was originally, like that, so that it looks like it's actually coming up, and then behind there you've got the start of all the little police cars. We've got some forest, the fire station. This is what I'm starting to work on. It's not coming together very well, but it's following a Lego instructions, and they're a bit hard to work out whether it's a certain way or not. But this is going to be the detective's office, yeah. But once that's done, I might build some more, I might not, I don't know. Here we have the shopping mall, which is connected to the car park, obviously. And then we have our Tesco store. So this is our Tesco store. This provides all the Tesco's, provides food and everything to all of our colleagues. So for example, I'll show you each of these vans. The number plates, if you're watching this, Camille, Jack, Ollie, or Jamie, or anybody else that works for Tesco's old shop, you probably work out what the number plates say. But anybody else that's watching this, unfortunately, you won't be able to work out what the number plates are, because it is classified information, and then I would potentially have to shoot you if you found out what the hell it is. Oh, and I also forgot Cherry. You might also be able to work it out. Okay, so the first one I will give you is this. If you try and work that out, guys, I will give you 10 seconds to work out what the hell that the last three letters, if you spin them round, what they mean. Okay. Here's the second one. Here's the third one. Here's the fourth one. I've just got to take some more potion. Make sure. See? Okay. Here's the fifth one. So we then go all the way back. Oh, this is annoying. Why does it have to do an auto flip and save? So basically, for the first bit of that, before the auto save, guys, if you've worked out so far of what those vans are, and you are part of Privy Council, or even a friend of mine that works for the Tesco's company, let me know in the comments below and try and work out what it means. Here's another one for you. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. And then you get the picture, basically. Each one has their own unique thing. Here we have the .com freezer and .com chiller. These will store the food via rail carts that haven't been put in yet, and chests. This is the bakery freezer, or the main freezer. Then you have bakery freezer, meat chiller, and then you have produces chiller as well for all of their fruit and veg. This is the back door that gets you between here and the goods yard. So this would only be used for if they've got cages of boxes or something light that can go on. And then if we go inside here, we have the main Tesco store. We've got all the aisles that need to go in, and then you've got your scanners, your shop service scanners, and then this bit here, if you are watching this, Sophie or Becky or even Rita, if you're watching this, this is the cafe. This is basically tried to be designed off Aldershot as best as I could, but 90% of it isn't working. But the kitchen area for Aldershot, normally you'd have it like here, and then it's all different, but with this one it's completely different. And then you've got here, which is the kitchen area, so you've got cookers, fridge, counters, everything. And then in front here is the window where you'd serve the custom, you take all the stuff to serve the customers. Here's like the coffee making machines and stuff, and pots, till register, a couple of counters, a cake. That's the glass bar that used to be at the store, but unfortunately was taken out. It's now like a wooden platform bit, and you have the chairs and tables normally this side if you're in Aldershot. But apart from that, that is it. So if we come out of here, we've got the car park over by where the mountain is. In that back plinth here will probably be the petrol station. That will be fueling the cars of the city. Here we have the pod unit, so this is where all of our customers get served. So if you're watching this, Debbie, I know you probably wouldn't understand what Minecraft is, but I've probably explained it to you before. But this is basically what I've designed for you for your pod unit. So you've got your ambient in there, and then if you open this door, you've got the control panel, which basically tells you every single customer, every single order that you can place, and then here will be your chiller, and then normally there's a wall here which I haven't put in yet, which is then part of your freezer. And then you drag it all out, and then you have 6 bays. So you have 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 bays. Right here we have the goods yard for the Tesco store and everything, and we've got some more green here. Over here will probably be like some shops and everything along here, and then you've got the Q1. So this is a Oliver Bully designed locomotive. I did explain this in the last video, but I'll explain it again now. It was a steady workhorse in the war years, and it was very good. We've got then the rest of the like engine sheddy area. Here we're going to have a Roman villa. So this is the only place we're going to have a Roman villa because of the heritage of the city. If you watched the previous video, this is the only place that we're going to have a Roman villa, and then you've got this rural station and everything in there. Here you have the goods yard and the engine shed. So we've still got in here, we've got a 4MT IVET for tank engine, one of the 2 ones. We've got then another 060 and another 060. This is the basically Battle of Britain West Country class locomotive. This lag is getting annoying, and then you have the control room and signalling and everything else. Then you've got the castle. You've still got the Doctor Who. This is, if you guys remember from the previous tutorial that you guys saw me build this one, it's still here. I haven't moved it or broken it or whatever. It's still going to stay there. You've still got the school and everything else. Here we have the other train stations. So this is like a through train station to link up to the main station, and then you've got Magic Mountain that will go through there, and then that will go off to like London and everything, because this is like the entirety of this city is based between, basically like the islands of Sodor. So you've got if you go through the Magic Mountain, it will go, you go to like London and Leeds and everything, but then if you come back through this way, you come to Holby and literally the entirety of the city. It's basically a big, massive underwater tunnel that links between this city on what is known as the Isle of Man, but it's basically further than the Isle of Man. It's like in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, so that still needs sorting. And then you have the terminal. Here you'll have a farm, so this is going to be like a farmhouse, farmyard area. And then we have the airport, so we've still got all the rescue vehicles and everything going over there. And so yeah, trying to think if I've missed anything off in this video. No, but apart from that, guys, that is it. I will quickly fly over to the Royal Yacht again so that you guys can have a final look at the Royal Yacht and bask in its beauty as I stand on the on the elevator deck right here in front of this one, which is a tutorial based off Crafty Fox's Merlin. So this is why we've got one of these Merlins on the deck. So I'd like to thank you again for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe. If you're on Privy Council, we will potentially have a meeting somewhere this year. I don't know when, but just be advised, if you are on the Privy Council, you will probably be told somewhen that we'll have a meeting. And then you guys can come over and see the city in its entirety on yourself. So I'd like to thank you again for watching. Any suggestions for new buildings, new tutorials, everything can go through the council and then come to me. Or even come to me directly via the comment section below on this video. I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and from all the team here at Holby City and everybody else, I'd like to wish you farewell. Bye for now.